Hey guys, Mike from Shimino's Workshop. I'm very excited. I got this last week, or yeah, I think it was Friday. This is Watto's Junkyard, Phoenix Props collaborated to make Ezra's staple gun, Spectre6. This is the lightsaber that Ezra built as part of Star Wars Rebels Season 1. I've been dying to have this for a long time. When I received it, I watched the YouTube videos. I think it was Phoenix Props YouTube channel has an assembly, 2 assembly videos actually. So I got it assembled. This thing is awesome. I had mine weathered. I went with the heavy weathering because I had, when I visited Disney a few years ago, I think it's Hollywood Studios where you can do the meet and greet. They have, a saber display, and this was one of the sabers that were on display. I grabbed a photo of it, which is heavily weathered, and I wanted mine to match that. So they did an awesome job weathering this. Really solid, well done. It comes with different emitters for static display versus FX installs. Same thing with the pommel cap. You get vented ones. You get a nice display. There was obviously 100 of these, so I got number 53. Would have loved number 1, but I guess that's just the luck of the draw, right? I'm sure the guys kept one for themselves, so maybe they got numbers 1 and 2. You get a coin. For some reason I got 2 coins. Sort of has Phoenix, that must be the Phoenix Props logo. Death Star on the other side. What else? Tools. You get a number of Allen keys. But what I'm really excited about, and I owe big thanks to Frederick and Matthew, over the weekend, I wanted to implement not only the saber mode but also the blaster mode. So I worked the weekend to modify Proffie to support the 3rd button, which would fire the blaster. I think Matthew had already done a lot of the legwork to get blaster core, the Plector sound font, to work on Proffie. So in the 3.x or 3.9 version of Proffie, that now features support for a blaster or a gun. But it's just 2-button mode, right? So it's either blaster or it's saber, but here's the hybrid, right? I needed a saber and a blaster. So we worked through the weekend, we got it working. It's part of 3.9's release. And so I have a prop file, which I named Spectre6. That prop file is not part of it didn't make the 3.x release. Frederick thinks maybe the 4.x release he'll introduce it as part of the core ProffieOS. But I have the prop file. I also have the config file. I'll share it. I'll use it if we want to get this installed. But the first thing I need to do is modify this to add a 3rd button somewhere. Maybe the switch, but really what I'm leaning to is adding a small little button right under the main button here. Because there's 2 buttons right now. You have this button, and you have here, which will be a switch, a little button. If I can figure out how to do a dual up here, maybe that's the answer. If not, I'm probably just going to tap my own hole right under this main one, and one would be the saber power button, this will be the auxiliary button, and this will be the blaster button. So I'm going to work on that hopefully soon. Get mine installed. I'll do another follow-up video showing it working. But I'm really excited about that and wanted to share that with you guys. I'm going to get this packaged up. Or not packaged, I'm going to put it back in its box. And I finally have my staple gun Ezra. I have my I have his actual saber that he built later on, and I have so I have my Soulless Hold Rebel Orphan. I have Kanan's Blind Knight, and I have some blueprints that Don Samora had created for, not for this one, maybe I'll get him to do this one for me if he's still doing them, but I have the blueprints for the Blind Knight and the Rebel Orphan, so I'm going to hopefully do a nice Star Wars Rebels display. Yeah, so I'm real excited about that, as you can tell. All right, guys, thanks for watching.